How do you think about tone and voice when you're writing and making it something that people aren't like, oh yeah, there's another email from Anne. Like, oh, I'm really excited every other week when this comes out.
I think about the writers who I enjoy reading. That's actually is true, like what they do for me. And I don't think it's just because of the choice of reading material. That doesn't mean that it always has to be an uplifting story, but to read something and feel like, God, I feel so good after reading that. I was like, wow, that's actually a nice way to think about one of my goals for the newsletter, which I hadn't thought about before.
So when I think about writing the email newsletter, when I sit down to write it every other week, I think about two things. First of all, I think about one person, which is a little bit of a cliche in writing, and it's a little bit of cliche in marketing too. But for me, it's the only thing that I can do. It helps keep my voice conversational. It helps keep my voice loose and reminds me that I'm speaking to one person at one time. And it's true because it's one inbox, one time. You're not speaking to an entire auditorium full of readers who are opening up your newsletter at the very same time when you mail it on, in my case, Sunday mornings. You're speaking to one person at one time. I think about just that one person, and I'm usually writing to a person based on a challenge or a problem or an issue that came up over the past 2 weeks. It's something very specific. I'll start out in my head with like a Dear Judith or something like that. I don't actually say that, but I'm writing to that person, and it just helps me get into the mindset of the person that I'm trying to help. That person, of course, is a proxy for the audience. The more specific I write, the more universal it tends to appeal. And some of that voice comes down to humor, it comes down to word choice a lot of times. It even comes down to the greeting at the very beginning. Like I start every email newsletter usually with some kind of crazy, like, hey, sassafras, or, hello, sweet petunia, just in a way to differentiate, again, to sound like me and not like anybody else.